This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2, Welcome to DBL. It's Thursday, August 26th. I'm Jeff here with my friends Stephanie and Erica, also with my favorite colors.
I know, we're very blue, aren't we?
Both shades of blue?
Yeah, I have, I'm matching you for the dress, Jeff, and I'm, well, a little bit darker than Steph.
But I like them both.
I like
They both look wonderful.
And my shoes match your...
My
you
pocket
can't
square.
see. I can't get my leg up that high, but I'm not even going to bother.
We're
But
just
it matches your
complimenting each other, that's
yeah,
all.
we're all matching, basically.
All right, let's
What a
get to it,
thrilling
guys.
start.
Because it looks like Khloe Kardashian and her mom. Speaking of matching, Kris Jenner are going to be neighbors. Khloe and her mom are building side-by-side mansions in the exclusive Hidden Hills neighborhood near LA. So here's a look at the progress so far. As you can see, wow, the two homes are just feet apart. According to The Dirt, Kris's home on the left cost $20 million, while Khloe's pad costs $17 million. She had to up her a little bit, right? Just put an extra room on there. I'm better than you. Both homes will feature multiple bedrooms, a guest house, and a pool. And thank you, producers, for not putting in a tennis court, 5 bedrooms, 6. We got it. They're huge homes.
Massive. I mean, would you want to live this close to your mom?
I wouldn't have a problem with it. I would definitely, we've talked about popping the top in our garage to create a suite for our parents.
I like how you just call it casual. Pop the top on our garage.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that.
Kirk Cameron style. Growing pains, anybody? Thank you, one person. My references usually go like that. Okay, so yeah, so pop the top. You would let your mom or parents move in?
Oh, absolutely, yes. That's, I mean, we bought, you know, we don't, it's just myself and my husband. We bought our home for it to be enjoyed and have like family and friends in.
Right.
So yeah, that's definitely something that I would consider doing.
Would it not drive you completely bonkers?
To have my mom there?
Yeah.
No.
All right, no, okay, Erica's mom is real cute, and Roosevelt, well, we all know what we think about him.
Stephanie wants Roosevelt to move next door to her.
I'll be his neighbor. Erica...
I don't think that about my dad, but okay.
He is a handsome man.
I think it would drive me insane. I love my mum and dad, but transatlantic is great for us.
So you like it that continents apart?
No, I feel like it is really far.
That's
and
too
I've
far.
not seen them in 2 years, and I do really miss them. But like, my mum is like one of those mums. You know the movie Mean Girls? And she's like, I'm not a regular mom, I'm a cool mom. That's
cool
my mom.
That's teen. We chat from time to time.
Yeah, my mum, like, when she comes, she's like in there with all my friends, which is really nice, but then like, she's like then the friend of my friends, and then they were ringing her up, and I'm like, you're my friend.
This is true.
So you get a little jealous of your mom?
Well, no, she's really fun, but I do want my friends to be my friends.
Gotcha.
I stopped taking her out for drinks because, you know, Steph had a problem with it. No, I'm just kidding.
I was literally round at Erica's, and my mum and dad are there, like, partying on their countertops with Erica and Anthony, getting, like, having the best time ever. And I was like, what's going on? Hi.
Maybe you need to step up your game. Maybe that's the problem.
They're just a lot of fun. They were there till 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, Steph was sitting just having a drink at the counter.
I think I was having a cup of tea, which is very like me.
Her parents were dancing with me and Anthony. We were just dancing. Yeah. And they were sitting.
That sounds fun to me.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you? Could you live next to your parents?
For sure. For sure. I have a 2- and a 4-year-old right now. You know what I mean? So having an extra hand of any sort.
Yeah.
And if I lived in a $20 million mansion, by the way, yeah, not a problem at all. You'd never see them. I'd let my parents live with me at this point. You know what I mean? All I do is barbecue on the weekends. I just play with my kids. That would be great if my mom and dad were around a little bit more.
No, that's really
just
nice.
Me. Yeah.
No,
I don't know if they would feel the same.
I love my mom and dad, CJ and T, and you guys are literally the best ever.
Good cover up.
Just don't keep Instagramming my friends.
All right, guys, Cher is reflecting on her time dating Val Kilmer. So in case you forgot, the two dated in the early 80s after meeting at a friend's birthday party. In an essay for People magazine, Cher says she didn't think they would get along because of their 14-year age difference. But even after the two broke up, the two remained lifelong friends. Cher also said Val spent time with her at her house after he was diagnosed with throat cancer back in 2015. He is now the subject of a new Amazon documentary. I just watched it last weekend. It's called Val, which explores his rise in Hollywood and his recent battle with the disease, which is throat cancer. Man, really, guys, I don't know if, did you guys happen to watch this documentary yet?
No.
It really opened my eyes to who Val Kilmer was. And if you have a preconceived notion of who he was, this will open your eyes as well. When I think of actors, I think like you go to Hollywood, you want to be famous, now you're Iceman in Top Gun and you think you're so cool. The opposite. This guy is a trained artist, really enjoys acting, didn't even want Iceman's part, didn't have any celebrities like at his wedding, does his own thing, lives in New Mexico, all into his craft, and that's who I call an artist. When people go to LA and they're the prom queen, you're not an artist. You're here to get famous. You know what I mean? So there's a difference there. Sorry, I just had to give my 2 cents because I really enjoyed it.
No, I appreciate that. I do think that that's a way to really differentiate people in general, because there are people who are drawn to this world because it's what their passion is, and ultimately sometimes it's what they're best at.
Right.
And then there are people who want to be famous by going this path, and I mean both can be great, but I do think that the exception should be made there.
What do you think, Steph, about the age difference there, but them remaining friends?
I think that's awesome. I mean, that's like a similar age difference with me and my boyfriend, so I don't think anything of it, clearly. But no, I think it's great. And you know what? I mean, obviously, she was the elder of the two.
Right.
And you know what? This is something that's really great about having, for me anyway, an older boyfriend, because he's been there, done that, got like the t-shirt, it's probably been in the vintage shop and been cool again. And so I love that because he's like a fountain of knowledge, of information that I'm yet to drink and know everything of.
Ooh, yeah, he was 22, Val, when they met, and she was 34.
Yeah.
So that was back in the day. That was back in the day when they met.
And who doesn't want to go out with Cher? I would love to go out with Cher. I mean, it's Cher.
I'd like to drink some of her knowledge.
Yeah, I would drink the fountain of Cher knowledge youth.
Whatever that concoction might be. All right, guys. Modern Family's Eric Stone Street found the best way to get back, Stones Street found the best way to get back at critics who thought, speaking of Steph, he was too old for his fiance. So earlier this week, Eric announced his engagement to his girlfriend Lindsay on Instagram, but some fans thought she was a lot younger than him and let him know about it. Of course, right? Eric clapped back with this doctored photo. He wrote, quote, "A lot of people think I look too old as a 49-year-old man to be engaged to my almost 42-year-old fiance. I can't help she looks great at 42, and I can't help that I apparently look like her granddad."
Aww.
So I fixed it there for everyone.
Oh, bless
People
him.
just coming for people for no reason.
It's, you know, apparently people think that I'm a Real Housewife of Denver because
She totally
I'll
is.
get, but no, I'll get
You're
this
not,
thing.
but could be.
She totally could be the lead
There's this thing
one.
where people are like, I'll get these little comments like, oh, well, you know, if I married an older rich man, and I'm like, my husband is younger than me. What are you talking about? Like, people just come up with their own, like, you know, you are the star in your own play. You have created not only the room, but you built the house, then built the city, and then built the state around it with this story. And none of it's true.
It's crazy.
And he is, he's younger. I always tell people that's his birthday present every year. My husband is younger than me.
He's a cutie. He's a cutie. I love him. All right, coming up by DBL, our interview with Soleil Moon Frye, a.k.a. Punky Brewster. There she is, a youngster. We're getting the behind-the-scenes scoop on the creation of her documentary, Kid 90, and the first scenes of Kristen Stewart as Princess Diana. Get a good look, Steph. They're out. Does she do the role does she do a good job? We'll find out.
Closed captioning provided by...
All right, Steph, you want to keep it? Where do you want to go with this?
I don't mind.
Well, I was going to keep it at the age thing because Erica's boyfriend, or Erica's husband's younger.
Yeah.
And even Sam slipped the other day. She's not on the show, so it doesn't matter. But remember,
Why? What did she
I'm like,
say?
you're going to text Anthony right away. She's like, Anthony's not older than you? Remember,
Oh,
she just
yeah.
said that
I
to
was
him.
like,
Oh,
no.
you got to text Anthony that. You gotta text
No,
Anthony.
he's not. He's very mature for his age.
Right.
Like, I
Because
think
he's got
that's
it
a big part of it.
Well, you know what's
Yeah.
weird? Anthony's such a goofball, which is why I love him, but he's very mature and like business-like if
Yeah,
you don't know him.
he's
right?
really knowledgeable and he's really, really smart.
Yeah, he keeps it together, but then you
Yeah.
could also get very goofy with him.
Yeah, he's so fun. It's really
which
nice
is
that
awesome.
he's got the balance of like exactly that. He's got work Anthony, which I mean I don't ever see because I don't work with him, but like I'm fun Anthony, you know?
Yeah.
So
I know flip-flop Anthony.
flip.
That's my Anthony.
I love it.
He does like his flip flops.
Yeah, me too,
I let him
me
have
too.
them. I let him have them.
Have you always dated younger, or have you dated older, younger, or same age
Or
normally?
not a preference.
Or do you care?
So when I was so this was pretty pivotal. When I was in college, I went out with this guy who was he was about 18 years older than me. I was in my early 20s, so yeah, and we went out, and there was a situation. We were at a basketball game, and someone made a comment, and I just thought, I can't date someone who presents that much older, because there's all of these other assumptions that I didn't want to take on. I was discovering who I was.
Yeah.
So my next boyfriend was younger, and then I kind of evened out around my age. But now I mean, at this point, doesn't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm 8 years older than Jordan, but I don't even think that sometimes. You know what I mean? But then when you look at the age, I'm like, wow, I am a little bit older than her. It's just at the point where she still gets some of my dumb references that you guys don't.
Yeah.
Welcome back to DBL. We are getting a first look at Kristen Stewart as the late Princess Diana in the movie Spencer. Let's watch.
They know everything. They don't.
Ooh, here's a look at Kristen and Diana. Steph, what do you think?
I'm feeling it.
You're feeling it?
Yes, I was really intensely staring at the screen when that just pulled out on my very serious face. I love it. I'm going to be intrigued to see how she pulls off the accent.
Okay.
Because that's going to be a big thing.
Well, let me tell you, early buzz from the critics saying she nailed the accent. It was spot on, and some are even saying the performance is worthy of an Oscar.
The world has been and will be for a very long time. She's the people's princess, Princess Diana, absolutely amazing woman, and I think we can't get enough of her story. I think she was just so wonderful that everyone just wanted to just know even more about her, you know? So I think we're going to see lots of these things, but I'm interested to see how she plays it. I do think she's a phenomenal actress. I was concerned about the accent, but apparently, like you said, she's killed it.
That's what some critics are saying, right? The cinematography of it when she was running looked really good.
Oh, I love it. I love the background music choice too. I think it's fabulous.
Yeah, like that looked really good. I don't know, like just the whole background.
I feel like, you know, for people, maybe it's around our age, but it's almost like a lot of us appreciated her in reverse. Like our parents understood, you know, they understood what was happening, and they understand, you know, they were there for the story. But for some of us, we weren't engaged that way. But the day that she died, I remember standing in front of the TV because of the reaction that my parents had. And I remember getting very teary-eyed, and I didn't even really understand who this woman was. And since I've learned, because I remember where I was and what I was doing and what I was wearing, like the day that Princess Di died. So I'm really interested in seeing this.
Yeah, the legacy grows as the years go on.
Oh, and I think especially now with Harry and Meghan obviously leaving and them having their own children and family, I think it brings up all those old feelings, and people are invested, I believe, in Meghan like they were Diana.
And the Netflix series.
Love it.
Everything's coming out.
The Crown.
The Crown.
Long live the Queen.
That's right. Coming up on DBL, our interview with Soleil Moon Frye. Find out what she's up to now in today's Chatting with the Stars.
The FDA is warning people not to use a livestock drug to treat COVID-19. So why was this ever a thing? Let's connect the dots. The drug is called ivermectin. It's used to treat parasitic worms. There is a human-safe version, but you have to get a prescription from your doctor. Unfortunately, that's not the route some people are taking. The FDA has received reports of people buying the animal version of the drug at feed stores. The problem is, you are not a horse, and that large of a dose can cause serious problems. Everything from low blood pressure to liver damage, even vision loss. And even the right dosage of ivermectin may not actually fight COVID-19. The FDA says the studies currently available about the drug have flawed data and some may even be misleading. There are some larger, legit studies in the works about ivermectin and COVID, but the data just isn't ready yet. Researchers say they are looking for a COVID cure anywhere they can find it. But one place you definitely won't find it is at an animal feed store. And that is Connecting the Dots.
Yeah, just think. You got your own apartment. You can stay up as late as you want, and you don't have to go to school. You're the youngest girl to buy now. Thanks, Cherry. But you've got something I don't. What? Family.
Welcome back to DBL. Young girls wanted to be Punky Brewster back in the 80s. Now Soleil Frye is encouraging parents to get their teens vaccinated against meningitis. We spoke to her earlier in today's Chatting with the Stars.
Soleil Frye, welcome to DBL. We are so thankful you're here, and we're going to get to the importance of getting teens vaccinated. But first, let's talk girl power, because it's National Women's Equality Day. We've actually worked together before, and you were always so empowering and supportive of me as a female trying to come up in the industry. And I just wanted to say thank you. And that was true with Punky Brewster. She was also so girl power, and we were excited about the reboot. We're sad to see it's canceled. How are you feeling about it, and could another network pick it up?
Thank you so much. Yes, I'm sure someone could pick it up, and it's so amazing to see the response of Punky fans. And it's so beautiful. People started petitions, and there's thousands of people texting, emailing. It's so awesome to just see the Punky love. And yeah, I mean, I think Punky is gonna live on in our hearts.
Right on, girl.
And definitely would be fun to see her continue on in her family. I mean, really, I've been so proud to be a part of it, and just to have such an incredibly diverse, amazing group of people around me, the most awesome cast, the most incredible crew. It has really been a dream come true.
I can't wait.
So, girl, I have to tell you, your documentary, Kid 90, was so open and honest. Just seeing the world and your life through your eyes, and how you saw others and how they saw you. Talk about reliving those times, and was there anything that didn't make the film?
Yes, there's lots that did not make the documentary, because I had hundreds upon hundreds of hours of tapes and diaries and audio recordings. And, I've spent years now going through them. And really, this has been such an incredibly, such a moving journey. It's been decades in the making. And to spend the last years on Kid 90 has just been a dream come true, with, living with the ghosts of the past and my friends. And just, it's been such a coming of age of both the teen me and adult me coming together again. And it really has changed my life so much in so many ways. That it was like I opened Pandora's box and discovered true self-love.
I enjoyed it as well, but we wanted to wish your daughter Poet a very happy birthday. She just turned 16.
Yes.
And that's what we're here to talk about. She was recently vaccinated. So talk about why teens are most at risk, and we're talking about meningitis today.
Thank you. Yes. So I'm so excited to be part of the Ask to Be Sure campaign. This is so important to be having this conversation. My daughter Poet turned 16 a couple days ago. I can't believe it, because I still feel 16. Yeah. And a dear friend and I were talking, and she told me about meningitis B, and we started talking about it, and it was incredible to learn so much that I really didn't know. I think so many of us assume that you get the meningitis vaccination when you're a kid and then you're set. And really, meningitis B affects, one of the largest groups that it affects is 16 to 20 3-year-olds, which is like when you realize that, and you realize that meningitis B is a totally different vaccination, and really affecting high school students and college students so much. It's really important that we have this conversation. And I certainly was not aware of it and have learned so much. And for the people that get affected by meningitis, although it's uncommon, it's an uncommon disease, it can be really deadly, and 1 out of 10 people will die from it. And then to hear people's stories and their journeys has just been staggering to me.
Punky Brewster, walking the walk.
Soleil Moon Frye.
Talking the talk. No, I know, but I love her for everything that she's done. I always wear mismatched socks because of you. You were always very kind to me, very supportive, and I wanted to thank you for coming on and talking about this. It's very important. Thank you for coming on. You can visit asktobesure.com for more information on the meningitis vaccine. Soleil, always a pleasure to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. We'll be right back. Mwah.
Promotional Consideration is brought to you by
about police officers who have shot and killed people in the U.S., you'll find a lot of different numbers flying around on social media. That's why the Verified team exists, to bring you only the information we can confirm from the most trusted sources. The FBI is the usual go-to for comprehensive police and crime data. So let's verify. Does the FBI keep a complete public database for fatal police shootings? We asked our sources, Dr. Philip Stenson, a professor of criminal justice at Bowling Green State University. He's also a former police officer and the FBI. And here's what we found. The FBI does collect use of force data from around the country, but it's up to police departments whether or not to participate.
It's all voluntary, but they really don't track this specific question about how many people are shot and killed by on-duty police officers each year. That's still not a specific question that they're addressing and collecting data on.
According to the FBI, only a third of law enforcement agencies submitted use of force data back in 2020. They haven't published any of that data. So who is tracking this data? Projects like mappingpoliceviolence.org and the Washington Post's Fatal Force Database both scrape the internet for news reports and police press releases to get their numbers. Stenson told us the discrepancies between the groups who track this can be huge. In 2020, Mapping Police Violence counted 1,126. The Washington Post counted 1,021, a difference of 105 people.
If we were to believe the FBI and the CDC, they would tell us that between 350 and 450 times each year, on-duty police officers shoot and kill someone.
So we can verify false. The FBI does not keep a complete public database for police-involved shootings. The FBI is tracking them, but again, it's voluntary. So far, the information isn't published.
Welcome back to DBL. It is time for some sweet, sweet deals, because earlier I showed Tori some amazing products at even better prices. Here's this week's DBL Deal Blast presented by MorningSave.com.
All right, what do you have for us today, Stephanie?
Hey Tori, I have got some wonderful products and some killer deals, and I can't wait to share them with everyone. So, first up, this is the Aroma Mister color changing ultrasonic aromatherapy diffuser, so you can toss out those synthetic room fresheners and try this healthy alternative. So normally this is as much as $65, but we've got it for only $25, which saves our viewers up to 62%.
$25 to get a color changing smelling piece. I'll do it.
Okay, now Tori, I don't know about you, but I definitely learned a thing or two this past year about mixing a cocktail.
Yeah.
And this Cambridge 3-piece bar set would be perfect for anyone taking their mixology skills up to the next level. So normally it's as much as $120. We've got it for $29, saving up to 76%.
Drinking the savings. Huh?
Now next, oh Tori, have you been outside? It's really hot. Well, here's the answer. It's the Remarkable Goods Cool Blades neck fan. So it comes with 3 different fan speeds and it's got a 6-hour rechargeable battery. Normally it's $100.
Okay, I was gonna say, I bet you this is expensive.
Yeah, this is really fancy, but we've got it for only $24, which saves our viewers 76%.
Guess who's not sweating that price?
And then last, but certainly not least, this next item has got me excited to get out there. It's the Isaac Mizrahi 3-piece spinner luggage with a tote. So you're bound to get loads of compliments on this stylish set. So normally it's as much as $410. You're not going to believe what I've got it for. It's $179. It saves 56%.
So smart, and guys, that lasts you for decades. Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. Thank you so much, Steph.
Steph, I want to get to that neck fan.
I know, it's so hot outside. Go on, what were you going to say?
But I was going to give your mom a compliment, and one of our cameramen came over and said, your mother is beautiful.
She is a
in
stunner.
In a very respectful way.
She is a stunner.
So I want to give your mom a
say.
shout out so you don't have to call her. And
Teen. Say, you go and deliver your message to Teen.
To Teen?
Yeah.
Hey, Teen, our camera guy.
We should have really made him be Rob. He's like, I got the hots for you.
Does Teen watch the show?
She'll watch and she'll be living it. She'll be reposting it all over social media.
All right, there you go, Teen. DBL's new every day. We'll see you tomorrow.